Hi, I'm Hanis. I am an engineer that responsible to look after and relates the overall section of the package design system. I had to ensure that all the contribution of all sections will be able to produce a smooth of package design system. So our objective in designing a packaging is to come up with a unique, convenient and attractive package design while solving the real food engineering problems. For example, our team decided to design a packaging for chocolate spread in plastic bottle instead of glass jar. That is because we think that chocolate spread in plastic bottle is much more convenient and easy to carry around. It doesn't need any spoon or butter knife, instead it can just squeeze out from the bottle. Also, the objective is to apply knowledge and understanding of engineering, ethics, and management principles in the design packaging. So, what is packaging design? Packaging design is the interrelation of form, structure, materials, color, imagery, typography, and regulatory information that comes with auxiliary design element for marketing purpose. So, why is packaging design important? First, it plays an important role in attracting potential consumers and get them to know our brand. Product packaging is a practical tool, but it also means more than for the product and the brand it represents. That is why the design itself will be able to convince the consumer to purchase the product. It is also important that it is able to create and support the brand's identity. Next, for the product to stand out among others, an eye-catching package design will help to differentiate with other products and set them apart from the competition in the market shelf. So next is what makes a good package design. A good package design should be informative in a quick and simple way. It should display honesty and authenticity. For example, it should display a true nutrition facts and allergy information if it have any. The elegant and eye-catching packaging with clear labeling also give a point of a good packaging design. And last but not least, the packaging should be convenient and easy to carry around. So, in order to make a good packaging design, we have to consider all the sections that involve in the whole production of the packaging itself. In our project, the sections were characterized as a food material, packaging design or appearance, production system, and storage and distribution system. And all of these sections will be explained in more detail in the next slide.
Hi, I'm Sai. I'm engineer for the food material section. I'm here to supply the information about the properties of the food product and also do some background research to produce higher quality of food products. Next is our product. This is the chocolate spread. Chocolate spread usually consumed on bread, toast, waffle, pancakes, and muffin. It usually marketed in glass jar or plastic tubs. It has unique texture which does not solidify at room temperature. It has similar texture, smell, and look like chocolate, and therefore they classify as semi-solid product. Examples of chocolate spread in the market are Nutella, Cadbury, and also Hershey. Moving on to the behavior of chocolate spread under different conditions such as deformation, flow properties, heat, and chemical influence. Under deformation, they exhibit plastic properties and they deform irreversibly, which means they do not go back to their original shape and size when stress is applied. Therefore, they have higher viscosity and they exhibit pseudoplastic fluid. They are ideal at room temperature where they are usually creamy and no aspiration occur. For the chemical influence, in general, matter and nitrate formation in water usually affect the quality of the chocolate spread. Therefore, a proper risk assessment needs to be done in the manufacturing. Next is the shelf life of the chocolate spread. So, shelf life of the chocolate spread usually 6 to 12 months of storage. The storage is not below the freezing point, which is above 4 degrees Celsius. Last but not least, chocolate spread has higher sugar content, which is act as preservative. They're preventing from microorganism growth and therefore they can prolong the shelf life of the chocolate spread.
Hi, I'm Laila. I'm an engineer for the packaging material section. I'm the one responsible for packaging material selection to make sure the packaging is safe, hygiene, and can protect the food. In this design project, we choose plastics as our packaging material due to its characteristics, durability, handling, and cost. In this design project, which is chocolate spread tub, is made up from low-density polyethylene. LDPE is a semi-rigid and transcoolant polymer. It has high melting point, which is 105 to 115 degrees Celsius. The temperature is resistance up to 80 degrees Celsius continuously and 95 degrees Celsius for a shorter time. LDPE is not reactive in contact with alkali, salt solution, organic and inorganic acid. And last but not least, it also very low water absorption. This LDPE also approved by FDA, where it can contact with food, and the recyclable code for the LDPE is 4. There is a few types of testing will be conducted on the packaging. First is dark impact test to measure the impact resistance. Second, extrudability test to check whether the polymeric material are of food grade or not. And the last one is drop test to determine the ability of the package to stand up to rough handling and the degree of protection offered to the contents of the package.
Hi, my name is Iqbal and I am engineer for packaging, design and appearance section. So what is my responsible as an engineer for this section is first, I responsible for the design and appearance of the packaging, which means I have to design the packaging for our product and make it attractive, because the second objective or the second mission for this section is to design and the packaging so that it will attract and inform the customer about our product. Okay, so what is the problem for me as engineer in this section? So there are many chocolate spread in the bucket from the different manufacturer and with different design and appearance of packaging. So I have to design the chocolate spread packaging for our company so that it will attract the customer. So how I solve this problem? There are steps that I use to solve this problem. First step is survey the competitor design at the market. So I do some survey at the market on how their product design, and I get info for their design. Okay, next step after I survey the competition design at the market. So I came up with many ideas, and I do some sketch for several design, and each sketch for each design have their own unique have their own advantage and disadvantage. So after I done sketch several design, we had a discussion to select the final design for our product, and I use a voting system to select the final design that will be our design for packaging of chocolate spread. After discuss and select the final design for our package, I do some improving for our design. So from the sketch, next step is I use SolidWorks to improve the design. And so as you can see, there are here the drawing that I make by using SolidWorks. And so basically this is our packaging will look like. After improving the drawing by using SolidWorks, the next step is I build and test the prototype. So basically from the drawing, I build the model and the prototype and test it. So if the prototype fail to pass the test, so I will do a redesign from the drawing which I have to do some improvement in the design. So I rebuild the design and test again. So after pass all the tests, and it will continue to our to final step. So the last step in designing this package is ready for production. It means after the prototype of the design has passed all the tests that needed, it means the package can be used for after packaging and ready to production. So that's a step that I use in designing the package and the appearance of the package. So this is the final design for our packaging. So as you can see, there are front view or front side and the back side of the packaging. So as you can, our product name is Chocotella. So you can see the product name at the front of our packaging, and there are, I think it's a very nice, very good design, because you can see there are chocolate, and I think it can attract the customer. So at the back side of our product or our packaging, there are nutrition fact, ingredient list, code bar to track our product, and we also have GMP and halal logo. So the back side or back view of our packaging is very informative, and I think it also can attract the customer to buy our product just from the appearance or from the design itself. So I think our product, our customer will satisfy with our product.
Hi, I'm Aida, the engineer responsible for the production system section. Some of my job scope are responsible for the production process of the chocolate spread productions and manage production output predictions and some cost consideration involving the production. The process flow starts with the ingredient used for the productions of low-fat chocolate spreads, which including sugar, cocoa powder, skim milk powder, fat, water, lecithins, and food stabilizers. So figure shows the overall flow chart for processing chocolate spreads and the packaging flow chart. Before the fat phase, protein-rich ingredients such as milk, cocoa powder, and salt were mixed in water. Other ingredients such as sugar and food stabilizer were then added to the mix. The mixtures then undergo heat treatment or cooked and dispersed at 70 degrees Celsius until 90 degrees Celsius using a high-speed shear mixer. This step was crucial for creating a tight emulsion with finely dispersed small water globules in fat phase. To improve the product's quality and smoothness, the emulsion was further homogenized with the colored milk. It was then hot-filled and kept into plastic bottle and then stored at 10 degrees Celsius for at least 48 hours to ensure stability. Next, the process flow of the package starts at the filling process. The packaging used for filling the chocolate spreads are LDPE bottles, which can resist up to 80 degrees continuously and 95 degrees Celsius for shorter time. After homogenization process, the chocolate mass estimated to be in a range of 70 degrees Celsius until 90 degrees Celsius. Therefore, the chocolate mass was allowed to rest for a few minutes to lower the temperature to make sure the filling process was done in safe environment without damaging the quality of chocolate spreads and prevent any damage to the LDPE bottle. The machine used for filling process were a combination of fillings and capping. The cap used were also using LDPE type. The product then undergo coding process and labeling process, and the fill bottle then was packed in box of 24 each before products can be stored as the final product. For the process of filling of food into package, the machine used is automatic chocolate sauce making filling and cap filling machine. Next is the production output projection. The targeted output per year is estimated to reach 180,000 bottles of chocolate spread per year. The calculation were made for the production capacity for batch process for chocolate spreads of 500 grams per pack. From the calculation, the effective capacity or the demand that needs to be accomplished is 180,000 unit product per year, which is the 80% of the design capacity. For a long-term capacity planning, we decide to do 20% cushion capacity as the reserve capacity in case of over-demand of the product. This cushion capacity can vary depending on the industry. So therefore, the 100% of the design capacity of the plants is 216,000 units per year. The number of shifts for the day is 1 shift per day, which the productions in kilo per day is 360 kg, which also equal to 720 bottles of chocolate spread per day. So some cost consideration involved in the productions can include a variety of expenses such as labor, raw material, consumable manufacturing supplies, and general overhead. The production's equipment relates to the production process were first the electric heating liquid homogenizing mixing tank, which include the mixing, heat treatment, emulsion, and homogenizing process. Next machine is the fillings and cap filling machine, which is the combinations of filling and capping of bottle for the chocolate spreads. Another machine is the code sprayer for printing information such as expired date, and the last machine used is for the labeling process, which these machines offer single, sided or double and lateral labeling of all kind of quadrates or flat bottles.
Hi, I'm Hana and I will continue to explain about the distribution and transportation system, including the transport packaging. I also will show how we manage our storage system and the quality related to the safety and health. For distribution, we choose to distribute in large quantity or bulk, which is usually through wholesale channel. It is good for the producer as it can establish their product into the market. Next, for transport system, the chocolate spread is in ideal condition of temperature range 23 to 26 degrees Celsius. With that, common lorry or truck is good enough and no need to use freezer truck to distribute the product. This video briefly shows the transport packaging of the chocolate spread. The next slide will explain further one by one. This video briefly shows the transport packaging of the chocolate spread. The next slide will explain further one by one. This video. So after filling process, LDPE plastic bottle will act as primary packaging that provide the first protection but not enough for the transportation. With that, cardboard box is added as the secondary packaging to offer further damage prevention. In addition, it makes it stackable and easy to handle. We also add corrugated separator to provide additional protection inside by reducing the friction and contact between the primary packaging. Lastly, stretch wrap prevents damage and lost, especially when contact with water and moisture. It can ensure the transportation be done securely and the product is ready to be delivered out. Continue with storage system. After filling process is complete, the product is required to be stored at 10 degrees Celsius for at least 48 hours. It can be remained in the chilling temperature or transferred to the room temperature. As mentioned before, it is not ideal for the chocolate spread to be kept in freezing temperature as it can change the original flavor and taste. For the shelf life, the product can be stored for 6 to 12 months as it contains high sugar. It acts as preservative that can increase the shelf life. Last but not least, on safety and health element. So for safety concern, it is a practice standard for food hazard in terms of microbes and toxins, while for the health, it is to preserve the nutrient level in the food content.
So for the summary of discussion, packaging design for chocolate spread was categorized based on different technical sections. The contribution of all of this section will be relayed and discussed as an overall successful packaging design. So the first section is the food material. The behavior of the chocolate spread, such as deformation and flow of the food, was studied and shown to be closely correlated with food texture. In terms of plastic properties, chocolate spread does exhibit plastic properties, which means it deforms irreversibly. It does not return to its original shape and size. It also has thicker texture and has a greater resistance as the viscosity increases. However, if force is applied, it will lower the viscosity, which enables the spread to flow. And the chocolate spread is in ideal texture at ambient temperature, but if it is exposed to high temperature, the hydrogenated soybean oil may appear on the surface. So next, in packaging materials, we select LDPE as our plastic material. So LDPE is a low density polyethylene. It's a type of plastic that normally used for chocolate spread. It is a semi-rigid and translucent polymer that produced at high pressure. So it is chosen due to the durability, the handling, and the cost. It is also approved by FDA and Health Safety Organization for contact with food and beverage. So LDPE can resist up to 80 to 95 degrees Celsius for shorter time. And to prevent any damage to the bottle, the chocolate mass temperature was rested for about 20 minutes before filling process. And LDPE is also considered as the most cost-effective and environmentally friendly plastics. So to give more exact analysis of the packaging materials, a few tests can be conducted, such as extractability tests and drop tests, to determine whether the polymeric materials are food grade or not, and also to determine the ability of the package to withstand rough handling by offering a degree of protection up to the package. So next, in packaging design and appearance, the main objective is to attract and inform the consumers about the food package. And design is made to give attractive and unique package of chocolate spread. At the same time, provide necessary information in consideration of several factors such as competitiveness, consumer behavior, economic factor, culture issues, and etc. There are two techniques in designing a package, which is try and error and also modeling and analysis. So for steps involved in designing a package, first is to survey the competitor design at the market. Next is to sketch the design, and after the several designs were sketched, it is to be compared and selected as the final choice that fulfill the requirements needed. And also the last step is to discuss among the team members which design is the best, and after that the process is proceed with the building the model by using several software such as SolidWorks. Next, in production section, it is important to know the design and technical information about the food materials, the packaging materials, and the packaging design. It is also important to know the process flow of the packaging and the food production. Also, we have to know the important steps or important process that involve in the process of chocolate spray manufacturing, such as cooking the chocolate mixture and disperse using a high-speed shear mixer to create a tight emulsion with finely dispersed water globules in fat phase. And other than that, homogenization process is also important to improve the product's quality and smoothness. For packaging process, allowing the chocolate to cool is a vital step in order to prevent any damage to the LDPE bottle. And then for the product's production capacity, so the product's net weight is 500 milliliter per bottle, and the production capacity is estimated about 700 and 4,000 bottles per hour, while targeted output per year is estimated to reach 180,000 bottles per year, which is 720 bottles per day. So for the last section involved in the packaging design system is post-production, which involves storage, distribution, and quality section. So for distribution channel, it can be direct, retail, wholesale, and producer channel. But our distribution channel is considered as retail or wholesale when the business has been wider in the future. While selecting a distribution system for our products, there are a few criteria considered, such as consumer preference, cost, and selling through intermediaries. For transportation system for our products, it will be like normal transportation in a lorry or truck. And the product shelf life is expected to last 6 to 12 months of storage, as they contain adequate amount of fat that is able to maintain the product's consistency and shelf life. Other than that, the safety also emphasized during this process. For instance, cooling down the chocolate spray in chilled room, it may trill bacterial growth in the food, so stirring regularly or covering the pans or tank or divide the food into several batches can fasten the process and also can help to avoid such situation. Ensuring the packaging material GMP and FDA approved is also one of important steps to ensure the safety of the food products, as well as securing a good production guides and practice. In short, product packaging and labeling leave a great impact to the overall branding or certain products. We can conclude that packaging expresses the brand combination through its content, not only contributes to its protection of the product, but also an essential part of the overall performance brand. Generally, planning and characterize all the package design system into food material, packaging material, design, production, and distribution will help to create a smooth package design production without any mistakes that might affect the company's cash flow. And also, revitalizing is necessary, but it should be managed, planned, and well executed, because a good, well-planned packaging design system will not only enhance the appearance quality of the product, but also substantially will increase the profit outcome due to the higher sales of marketing. I think that's all for the presentation. Thank you for listening.